We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Elite Dangerous live stream. This is the Xbox pre-launch party. Q party pop. I forgot to bring my party poppers. Did you bring the party? Did anyone bring the... I completely forgot. How was everybody? I hope you're all really well. Today here with me, I'm Edward Lewis, Community Manager, or part of the Community Management team here at Frontier Developments. And here we're going to show you for the very first time ever. I can't believe you've not shown anyone this yet, Gary. No. You've been working on this for so long now and you forgot to show people Elite Dangerous Horizons running on the Xbox One.
I've shown people in the studio.
Oh, you've shown a couple of people in the studio and they're okay with it? They seem to like it?
Yeah, and a few people at Microsoft have seen it, obviously.
Okay, and they're all right with it too?
They seem to be, yeah.
Okay, good. They're so all right with it, in fact, that they, of course, have allowed us to release it on their lovely platform, the Xbox One. So this is, with me, we have Senior Producer on Xbox One, Elite Dangerous Horizons, and Elite Dangerous as well?
Yeah, I cover
all the way from the entire start from the project. So how's it been working on Xbox One?
It's been really good. It's been about a year since we launched the GPP, and it's been a really I've loved it.
It's been an amazing journey.
If I could go back in time and tell my 16-year-old self that this is what I'd be doing in however many years it is, I wouldn't believe it. It's just been awesome.
It's brilliant, and I hope that people at home appreciate as well the hard work that's gone into making this a reality for Xbox One, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that later on. We've got lots of questions as well from the forum, so do forgive me. I'm going to be clicking around a little bit on the screen while we drag up questions and things like that, but mainly the game is going to be doing the talking for us. Of course, we're not alone in the room. We have, as if I'm already not given such fantastic company already. We've got lead QA or senior QA on the Xbox One version as well?
No, I'm in lead functional test.
Just functional tests altogether. So that's off camera. We have Aaron Smith. That's the name that you go by at least on here at Frontier.
Here at Frontier.
Yeah. So Aaron is off camera because we need all the elbow room. So Aaron's off camera right now for us. But before we get digging in with showing off a demo, we've got like a whole run through of all the different features, and in the interest of time, is that what people say? For the interest of time? It's something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
it's a phrase that goes a little bit like that. In the interest of time, we've set up some scenarios as well that Aaron can just switch to really quickly. But of course, tomorrow, super mega hype, all you guys are going to be playing it on the Xbox One, or at least I hope, for the ridiculously low price of £19.99. Now Gary, you've got some stuff there. Tell the lovely people at home some stuff that you have written down.
So everybody is asking when it's coming out. So in true Frontier style, the update will be available from 10 AM tomorrow BST, which is 9 AM UTC.
Give me some. Go on, you can do it. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time.
I don't know what specific.
Australia.
Australia is probably middle of the night.
All right. Okay.
But anyway, so
sure.
UTC is the time that everybody uses. So 9 AM UTC, which is 10 AM.
Super early in the morning.
BST. Yeah, that's our normal time.
And that's
for taking
Microsoft guaranteed, right?
Yes.
So it's up to so if it goes wrong, it's their fault. Is what we're saying.
Not allowed to.
Oh, we're not allowed to say that.
We're not allowed to say things like that.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's no one's fault. Sometimes things just go wrong, and it's not anybody's fault.
That's the most unprofessional. Usually, I'm the one who's the telling other people off for saying the wrong things, but I've got it there.
Yep. So
consider me told off.
10 a.m. tomorrow morning. The servers will go. We'll take the servers offline as we always do for these updates, and the update will be available. You might need to power cycle your Xbox, which is you hold the button down for longer than 10 seconds until it switches off and then switch it back on again. The patch will come down as most people will have already downloaded the bulk of the update that we did last week before? I can't remember. It might have been last week.
Which one are we talking about?
The main 2.1, the 1.6 update.
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday last week, wasn't it?
Was
it was only a week ago.
Is that right?
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah,
so we got the
Crazy
big update out of the way for that one. So the update itself is about 360 meg, and the servers will be offline for about 30 minutes, I believe. And then once you've purchased the Horizons pack from the store, that will unlock all the content.
Great.
In the game.
You may have heard as well. Well, first of all, I mean, how do you want to talk through the other stuff that you've got on there as well, or do you want to save that for later on, or how are you?
So I mean, we can pull up the products if people want to see what kind of options we've got of purchase. We've done a number of bundle packs.
Yeah, forgive me for clicking. Which one do you want?
So let's go with existing users. We'll go for that one. Yep. So if you're an existing user, you'll be able to download the Elite Dangerous Horizons add-on. That's fine. I'm just talking head now. Ooh, well, that's even that's just bizarre, isn't it? If I do that,
Sorry, there you go.
it's quite strange. Yes, so you'll be able to buy that. It's $19.99, and that gives you not only the Planetary Landing 2.0, it also upgrades everybody on the Xbox to the 2.1 update.
Okay.
And the idea is that the PC and the Xbox will stay in sync all the way through is Season 2.
Amazing.
So, yeah, basically the Xbox players are getting sort of 6 months catch up on the PC guys, which is really cool.
It's great, and let me speak on behalf of all Xbox One players by saying it's about time. No, it's fantastic. I know that these things are tricky to do, so it's great that you've managed to do it so amazingly well.
It's not anything that we've deliberately done. We've not held Horizons back.
No, of course not. No.
Because for us, having the two products in sync actually makes things easier than having them as separate things. So yeah, it's been really good. There's also an extra, the middle one. The middle one. So there's an extra bundle pack which will be $29.99, and that gives you 1,500 Frontier points to spend on paint jobs and various other bits and pieces that we have in the store. I think the David B bobblehead is currently available.
That's right, yeah. For a limited time, we did extend it because there were a couple of sort of tweaks that needed to happen to the store to make it go live. I think it's been extended to the 13th, but don't quote me on that exactly. In fact, don't quote me on anything that you hear for the rest of this live stream. Gary's the one to quote.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the 13th as well, so let's be wrong together if we are wrong, but I don't think we are.
Wrong together, I like that. All right, so let's what's the other one?
And then the other one is, so if you've not bought Elite Dangerous at all,
let's go, it's nice and big up here.
Then we've got this Commander Deluxe Edition, which includes the Arena, the Elite Dangerous base game, the Horizons update, and a Commander pack which has 18 paint jobs included in it, and that's $39.99. So that's for a new customer. So if you've not played the game and you've been holding off buying it, then this is a great opportunity for people to come and join us as new customers.
Yeah, no, really, really fantastic. There's been no better time to sort of tell as well if you've got friends or family or someone like that, or even somebody like an enemy that you would like to shoot down, then you can invite them to play right now. There's been no better time to do so.
Yeah.
Well, let's kick off things with a giveaway because why not? Hey, got 5 copies of the game. 5 copies of Elite Dangerous Horizons on Xbox One to give away tonight. So everybody in the chat, we need you to say one phrase. And we're going to change up these, and I'm going to think about some of them while Aaron talks us through later. But for right now, do you have anything at all that you can think of that you want the chat to say? And I'll pick somebody at random from the chat who's saying that to win a copy of Xbox One Elite Dangerous Horizons.
So we're introducing some new achievements.
Oh, lovely stuff.
So there'll be 39 new achievements that are coming out. So I'm going to pick, there's an achievement called Home Sweet Home, which is Visit Seoul. So let's have that as a phrase. Let's have Home Sweet Home.
Is there a story behind Home Sweet Home?
There is. So as part of the achievements, people sit in the office and come up with stuff. And I happen to be talking to my 10-year-old son once over on a Sunday lunch, and I said about whether there was anything that he wanted to add to the game, and I said, well, we can add achievements, and he actually came up with this Home Sweet Home Visit Seoul.
They're already doing it
because he was doing the solar system as part of a primary school project that he's been working on.
Awesome.
And so I'd already flown round the sun and the earth and shown him all the planets in the game, which he thought was absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
And so he came up with this Home Sweet Home achievement.
Great stuff. So everybody seems to know that Home Sweet Home is the message we want you to say. If you do stop saying that round about now, though, because I'm going to pick a winner at random. Don't worry, we've got 4 more to give away on top of this as well, so we'll be doing 4 more giveaways on top of this. But that is a lovely one, a lovely start. Home Sweet Home.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Gary. And let's have a go. And time when to stop, because I've got to do a Control F thing. There you go. Okay. 1 second. Let me just quickly find one at random there. Okay, we have Owen Headley. Owen Headley, congratulations, sir. Owen Headley, you are now the proud owner of Elite Dangerous Horizons on Xbox One. Congratulations, sir. So, if you send me a PM immediately on here on YouTube, so what you've got to do is go to the Frontier Developments YouTube channel, send us a PM from your account, then that way I can verify that it was you that's won, and then I can send you a code. I will try and get to that tonight. If not, it'll be first thing tomorrow morning, but don't worry, it will be before it goes live as well. Don't want you having to wait around for those things. But yes, congratulations. Don't worry, we'll be giving away, did I say 4 more?
I think you might have said 4 more.
I think we're spoiling them, Gary.
We are.
So, Aaron.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Are you ready to talk us through a few aspects of the game? You don't have to do too much talking. We'll let the game do the talking. But Gary can answer some questions from the forums as well, answer some questions in the chat, so do send some questions through in the chat as well, because Gary is going to be reading these. But without further ado, it's been a long week. It's a short week, but it's been a long week. Words. All right, let's go here. And and so everybody, back to our place again. You're going to be seeing the game running for the first time on Xbox One, thanks to Gary for doing such a great job on getting on there.
I've got a fantastic team that does most of the work for me.
Sure thing. Okay, so here we go. Elite Dangerous running on Xbox One. Frozen faces.
Alright, so we found a very nice planet to go and look at for you guys. So I'm just going to go into Super Cruise, and then we're going to go into Orbital Cruise around the planet. And then we're going to drive through some of the canyons.
Awesome. So what sort of work did you do on this then? What does QA entail for those that might not know?
So QA is quality assurance. We test the game and ensure things work, and we find all the bugs. That is our primary purpose.
Very cool. Well, your primary
purpose.
So that's the new planet tech that you see in there. Of course, it's worth pointing out as well that you are seeing this pushed through a capture card through an Xbox One, so you aren't seeing this firsthand. But it is. You really have gone to a craggy. You've chosen a
very mountainous.
Very mountainous area. That's insane.
The render and the art guys have done a fantastic job of doing these planets, particularly on the Xbox as well, with making sure, because we wanted to make sure that the frame rates were nice and consistent and there wasn't too much LOD popping and stuff. It just looks.
Yeah, it's great.
It looks amazing every time. I've still not played this enough, but every time I go to land on a planet, I still get the mission control in my ears, as if for the Apollo 11 landings.
So what are you showing us here then?
All right, so
what
now
we're seeing there, for those that haven't seen any of this at all.
So now we've taken the transition from orbital cruise into planetary flight mode. Right now I'm in glide mode, which means if you go in at a certain angle that you travel very fast, basically, and it allows you to cover greater distances when you're on the planet. So we've dropped out of planetary flight mode now. I'm now going to head down to the surface. Let's fly through that crater, maybe.
So there's no difference in terms of the textures and stuff like that, is there? Between...
So, in terms of the way that the guys create everything, it's all the same.
Okay.
It all uses the same textures and the same systems and everything. But on the Xbox, there are certain things that we can tweak because it's dedicated hardware. Whereas on a PC, we have to support a multitude of cards.
Right.
So we do target the hardware a lot more on the Xbox. Yeah, it's really nice.
Let's see if I can grab the canyon to fly down into.
Show off. Show off flying skills. Question, will change the colour of the HUD like PC can? Oh, that's an interesting first question to jump onto there. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's in the current plans. But,
because the way that we can't change the HUD on the PC without hacking the files that actually come with it. But if we ever we were trying to keep the Xbox and the PC together in sync. So if we ever put a HUD change feature in the PC, then that will come to the Xbox
of course,
as well.
Xbox, right, great, okay, good stuff. Keep coming with questions, yeah. If everybody got any questions, do throw them into the chat for us, and Gary, you can just have a read through and grab whatever you see fit. So we do have some phone questions if you do want to scan through these.
Yeah, there was one that said, what type of tea do I drink?
Oh, great, yeah. Gary, Ed, favourite type of tea? Yorkshire tea, of course, there is no other.
Oh, I don't know, I'm a bit partial to PG tips myself, decaf PG tips. And there's a really
This
nice...
looks brilliant.
Oh, look at that.
The detail on the planet surfaces is just as...
Some of this is like, you look at some of the early Star Trek films, and the stuff we've got in game just looks comparable to that. It's really amazing. What else have we got? I've been an Xbox player since the GPP.
So I didn't stop.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can read that. Yeah, so everybody.
When is the exact release date? Tomorrow, 10 a.m. BST.
Yes, that's the Xbox release date, and anybody that was an Xbox player since the GPP, you should all have your Xbox. You should all have your game preview program decals now. So if there might be a few people that have slipped through the net because it was a manual process that we had to do to go through and add everybody. So if you have slipped through the net and you haven't got your decal, then if you send a email to our customer support team, they'll be able to sort you out with a decal, which you should be able to stick on your ship and wear with pride.
Cool. So we are just switching back to the camera for a second. I think, Aaron, are you going to switch to the next sort of scenario of that thing and get us to
the base on a planet, and then we will demonstrate the buggy, the SRV.
Awesome, great stuff. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, it's lucky we've got this. It's lucky we've got Aaron over here.
It is. Yeah.
We'd be absolutely we'd be screwed without him. So great. Any more questions?
Star Trek, no Genesis sequel. No.
How much is it in US currency?
Oh, you don't know.
I thought we'd written it down. I'm very sorry.
No, I've only got the UK.
Is it not? Oh, you've got.
I've only got UK price.
Oh,
because
it's around $30 though. I'm pretty sure it's $29.99. But that information will be available. In fact, it's in our last newsletter, and also it will be available in the store as well. So do check those out, and you'll find it in there.
Yes, I only use UK price. Unfortunately, sorry, all those American people.
Us arrogant Brits is what we are. I do apologise. Yeah, $30 as people are saying there. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for saying that in the chat. Yeah. Well, you think we would know that, but he just makes the game.
Well, so I do put the prices through, but we don't use real. Microsoft don't use real money. Okay. They don't use prices. They have this tiering system. So it's tier 60. But that's no good to anybody.
Okay.
That makes sense to me and a few people at Microsoft, but nobody else.
Yeah. Any other questions as well? Just keep coming through. I have a question, says Ninja Teddy, and then doesn't say it. Give it now! Wig face. That's not a question.
You should get free. What have we got?
Mikey Poo 8 says, Ed, did your neck explain? It's become a thing. That is a birthmark.
Explain that.
I've explained it 100 times. I don't care. It's fine. I'll explain it 100 more times. Oh, we're just waiting on 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 minutes. All right, great. Well, I mean, it's already coming up to 1:30 already. So why don't we give away another paint job?
Indeed, and
we can go over an hour. If we haven't covered all the features, we go. If you guys are happy to, I don't want to. You know, as long as we've covered all the features and shown everything off, we want to show everything that we possibly can today.
Yep. So I've got one. So there's a number of people that are asking about the Cobra Mark IV, and if that's coming to the Xbox.
Yep.
I believe that we are bringing that the Cobra Mark IV will be available to on the Xbox. I don't know the exact
mechanics behind it,
but it will be a similar thing to how it worked on the PC, in that it will be available for a limited time. So as an encouragement for people to buy it. But so I think if you buy Horizons over the next couple of months.
Keep in mind you use the word I think.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody in marketing is turning white with what I'm saying. But as far as I'm aware,
that's all right. Don't worry about
the Cobra Mark IV will be available for a limited time on the Xbox.
All right. So I think. Keep going. No, you can go. You can go.
Do you want to do a giveaway, or do you want to do a?
Yeah.
Should we do a giveaway?
Let's do a giveaway.
Do you have another
I
do have another phrase.
Oh, you can do another. Oh, look at
I'm going to do another phrase. Sorry, I'm stealing your thunder.
You've come so prepared. We are on screen now, just to let you know. We are seeing what you're seeing. So maybe you can work your way down towards things as we're going.
So with the Cobra Mark IV coming to the Xbox, how about the phrase "I love the Cobra Mark IV"? Oh, there we go. Or some variation on that if you're not a fan of the Cobra Mark IV. And then something along the lines of the Cobra Mark IV.
Everybody says that in the chat, and we will pick somebody at random to win a copy of Elite Dangerous Horizons on Xbox One. That is the full season of Horizons. That's everything that's coming as well. So I can't believe this is such a great opening package to get with the planetary landings and the engineers in one go. And then of course you're going to get and it all includes this as well. This isn't something you're going to have to pay extra for later. This includes multi-crew, includes ship-launched fighters, avatar creation, like all the stuff going in there, and it's absolutely awesome stuff. You're lucky. I'm glad that we chose a good pilot, by the way, because you're nailing this.
Yeah,
thank you, Aaron.
I'm quite glad that I'm not having to talk and pilot this thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that would be a pretty look at that. Everyone's loving the Cobra Mark IV. I like the Cobra Mark IV as well. I use it for mining because it's nice. And if you get attacked by anybody, it's got enough firepower.
I like the fact that you talk to them like, oh, you like the Cobra Mark IV too? You're surprised?
No, there are a few. I do read the forums. There's definitely some the Cobra Mark IV. It mostly has its people that love it, but there are a few people that go, it's not quite so good.
All right, so thank you everybody. If you could stop saying that now, please. And I'm going to pick somebody at random using the most modern technology possible. Control F. There we go. All right. We have Tom Zett. Tom Zett. Please do send us a PM here on this channel, youtube.com/Frontier Developments, the one that you're on right now. Send us a PM so I can verify your name on there and then send you the code. I will make sure that you receive it at least tomorrow morning, but might be shortly after this. It won't work until tomorrow morning, of course. But make sure that on your Xbox One. You've won yourself.
There'll be 5 codes.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll send out so anybody that's redeemed anything off a card or anything like that, you get a Microsoft 55 code.
Oh, right.
So we will post out those 55 codes.
Oh no, it might just be a code that they can literally redeem on the store. I don't know if that's possible.
No.
Really?
It'll be a 55 code.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say when you said post, do you mean email?
Email out.
I was very confused for a second.
Sorry,
there.
post.
That's the old school.
Yeah.
I really did think you meant literally post. I was like, hold on a minute. No, we don't have to post on the card.
We're going to personally hand. No, we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will email out 55 codes.
So
to people.
Tom's out. Yeah. 3 more to give away throughout the rest of the stream, and of course, Aaron, what we're seeing over here, you're looking for some suitable terrain to touch down on.
So I'm looking for a nice bit of flat ground so I can land my Python.
You're about to get sanctioned.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I should get a little more distance away. Oh, we can land here. So So the indicator below the ship on where the radar is, that turns blue.
Yeah, it's worth noting that we're actually seeing it a few seconds later than you are. You carry on. You carry on speaking, however however you like to.
All right. So
just keep doing your thing.
Here we go. I'm gonna
This is so cool.
choose my scarab, and then we're gonna deploy it.
It's so cool.
Oh dear, we've got
That's
a
not so good,
connection
is it?
there. It's all right. We can just move away and just chat for a little more time. That won't happen tomorrow.
So there was a question in the forums which was...
sort things through.
I play on the Xbox. Somebody asked earlier if I play on the PC or I play on the Xbox. I play on the Xbox. I love playing the game. Much to my wife's annoyance, I will sit on the sofa. She'll be watching the telly. Our Xbox is under the main TV in the living room, and I sit.
Never happens.
And with Windows 10, I've got Windows 10 on my laptop, and I do Windows 10, and I stream my Xbox to my laptop, so that I can play Elite Dangerous without being called unsociable whilst my wife watches.
All right, so
whatever it is she watches.
we are just going to go to the back soon screen. Got a technical hitch here to make sure that our internet connection is working fine. But we'll be back in just one moment. Sorry, Gary, to interrupt you there.
No,
it's just, these things happen on live streams, don't they? All right, speak to you in a sec. Back in a moment. Hello everybody, we're back. Everything's fine. I hope you're well. Hope you all had a nice time there, chatting amongst yourselves. It's like, imagine a party, a pre-launch party. Yay! So 1 second, we're going upstairs and we're closing the door and talking about you, and everyone's downstairs going, "Where's Ed and Gary gone? Isn't there a party?"
We're going to get some more beer.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Do we have some more questions and stuff you want to touch on? Things about this, or what? So, what's some of the more achievements that you did have listed? Some of them. What types of things are people going to be doing? Because there are a few people who 100%ed it.
Yep. So
are you one of those people?
There are. So we've added some achievements that build on ones that are already in there. So there might, if I can just see some. So I think there's an achievement for completing 250 missions. We're going to add one that's completing 500 missions, and if you've already achieved those, they will eventually trigger. Although there seems to be a little bit of a problem with some existing achievements do sit at 100% and don't trigger instantly, but they will then trigger, or you can go and achieve that. If you then if you've got 500 achievements sat, 500 missions sat at 100%, if you then go and complete another mission, that will force trigger it. Sure. But it will eventually trigger itself. But obviously a lot of them are to do with Horizons content. So we try and be inventive. We all have a competition to see who can come up with the nicest names for some of these achievements. So some of them are nods to, there's a nod to Terry Pratchett, there's a nod to Douglas Adams. I came up with the buggy ones. There's an achievement for driving 500 miles.
Nice.
And then there's another achievement for driving 500 more.
Oh, very, very good.
So then there's lots of little things like that all the way through the achievements.
QA'd these yet? Have you, have you completed them?
I believe so, yes.
Yes,
Really?
yeah, no, they've all been. Yeah,
Have they really?
Yeah, they all had to be.
Wow.
They go live tomorrow
That's
as well.
impressive.
They should appear in everybody's
I was
lists
making
at
a
some
joke.
point between 10,
Yeah.
after 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Just give us a thumbs up when you're ready to, when we're ready to show some more stuff.
Yep, I just want to try the SRV.
Okay, he just wants to double check. This is for the QA in him talking. Just make sure it's ready to go, all right? I'll let you know when it's ready. Somebody asks here, T-Lac90 says, difference between console and PC. What is it?
So it all runs. So the code base is the same.
The game is the same.
The game is the same.
game is the same game. You're playing the same experience.
Yep. If I discover a planet on the Xbox, then my gamer tag will appear if you're playing on the PC,
On
and
PC
vice
version.
versa. If I can, when I take part in a community goal, which I do quite a lot, although I don't tend to broadcast that until they're over, so that people don't sit outside the stations and try and shoot me, because they do. Then if I'm contributing to that community goal on the Xbox, then that goes towards the same community goal as all the people on the PC, which I think is just it's one of the nice things about this game, is that I sometimes, the community goals will go out on a Wednesday or I think they go out on a Thursday. They go out on a Thursday? Yeah, they go out on a Thursday. And
the community goals do, yeah.
And
Did you say sorry?
Yes,
Sorry,
and I
was busy
will,
looking at the screen here.
I'll get home on Thursday night and I'll figure out which of the community goals I want to do, and I'll visit the station. And if it's, I think the recent one we've just had, or the one that's going on, is coffee and water purifiers to there was a station that had a massive party a couple of weeks ago, and it was delivered booze and cigarettes and stuff like that, and then 2 weeks down the line it's can everybody have lots of coffee and water, which I think is a really nice achievement, nice community goal that the designers came up with.
Awesome.
But I'll go there on a Thursday evening, and the community, PC and Xbox players, will have already delivered, millions of tons of stuff.
I think a lot of people are asking about here, just really, really quickly. I think we are going to be ready shortly. Just give us a few moments. I think it's just setting up the Xbox again, aren't you? So that's gonna, we'll go to the back soon screen in a second and make sure things are running okay. But a lot of people are asking about cross-platform play, so I think it is worth just mentioning it at least, so we're not, just so you know, we're not ignoring you guys in the chat,
Yeah, so cross-play is something that we'd like to do, but there are lots of technical limitations that we need to solve first. The vision of the game has always been for everyone to play in the same galaxy, in the same universe. We currently do play in the same galaxy, although PC players and Xbox players can't physically see each other in space, but the idea has always been that that would be the case. With Microsoft's recent announcement of all their network play, allowing PC and potentially other consoles to play all on their platforms, then obviously that's one barrier that's been removed from us, but there are still a lot of technical limitations that we've got.
So there you go, we covered it. Okay, so, right, we've got another question here as well, really, really quickly. Somebody said something about,
When will it,
are bugs getting fixed? Of course, they are, every single day. Aaron, are bugs getting fixed?
Yep. As well.
Yes.
All right, so as does happen on live streams and stuff like that, we are going to have to skip ahead. Of course, this won't happen tomorrow when it goes live. You'll be dancing around your SLVs anyway. But because of the build, this is an internal build that we've had to build across, and sometimes things go wrong. So we've got to move on to the next set of things. What is it that you can show us next, Aaron?
So next off, we're going to give an engineer's demonstration.
So we're going to go and visit an engineer. So take it nice and slow down to the base,
Yep.
and then have a look at that now. Are we ready to show that on screen just yet, or not?
I can get that set up for us now.
Well, thank you very much. So efficient. So basically, do we have another giveaway that we can do right now?
Yes.
A third.
Yeah.
Go on, give me some more. Another.
Kind
another
of
phrase.
lost my.
Lost your mojo. You go on.
I can't think
Aaron,
of one. No, sorry,
think of one.
I've gone dry on my two.
A phrase.
Crossplay.
phrase. Don't say crossplay. Don't say that. That's not that. Just okay. Let's just go for Horizons hype. Horizons hype! Exclamation mark! Everybody go for Horizons hype. The most original one of the streams so far, I may say. Horizons hype in there. Get that going. Put that down. And then if everybody says that in the chat, then we can. choose somebody at random.
Yeah, so on the subject of bugs being fixed,
Mm-hmm.
the update that went out last week, there were a couple of issues that people were having with controls, and we fixed those for the update that's going out tomorrow. So that's fixed the context menus being off by default. They're now switched on by default. So I suspect a lot of people had a similar issue that I did, which was they went to...
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
They went to launch from a station. They held the button down to bring up the landing gear, and the context menus didn't appear, and it was a bit of a mad panic to try and figure out what had gone on with that one. We didn't spot that until it had gone, until the build had already gone through Microsoft, so there was no opportunity to fix that. So we fixed that. We're fixing that tomorrow, and occasionally using the B button to come out of a menu will boost you in the game. If you've got super quick reflexes, you can do that. Whereas if you're a bit slow and lazy like I am, and you hold the button down for more than a microsecond.
I think that the message here, the important thing to note is that yes, of course, bugs are fixed on a daily basis, like hourly basis. Every other minute there's a bug being fixed. So yeah, of course we are working to get it the best it possibly can be. But stop saying Horizons hype. We're going to give away an Elite Dangerous Horizons code right now, of course, which will be emailed to you, not posted, as we thought about earlier. Let me choose one at random here.
Send them in Morse code.
Stop. All right, we have ourselves Neff, which is a very catchy name. Neff, N-E-F, for Foxtrot. You have one yourself, a copy of Elite Dangerous Horizons for Xbox One. Round of applause for everybody. Round of applause for Neff. All right, so Neff, send me a PM or on the Frontier Developments channel, and we will make sure that you get your code. Like I said, it'll be after the stream, or probably more likely tomorrow morning, but it will be before it goes live at 10 a.m. BST. Horizons hype, everyone. People are still saying it, but do stop saying that. Get some more questions in for Gary, and I think we're ready to show some stuff off.
Yeah, sorry, there was a few. Yeah, there's a few people saying when it will appear on the store. So it should appear on the Xbox store at 10 a.m. BST, 9 a.m. UTC tomorrow. So if you search for Elite Dangerous Horizons, the Commander Pack, or the Extra Edition, then it should all be there. And then the purchase is the same as it is for any other Xbox.
You're heading towards the Nemo Cyber Party base.
Indeed I am. I believe this is where Zachariah Nemo resides.
Very interestingly named. Nemo Cyber Party base.
Yeah, I've not... All the engineer stuff's all new to me as well. I haven't had a chance to...
Let's hope
to
that Aaron can talk us through exactly what happens.
Yep, I will do that.
Yeah, Tom Zetzer, still can't believe I won something, smiley face. Good stuff.
Nice.
I'm glad you're nice. Someone said Circle of Shame.
Circle of Shame?
Yeah. Oh, did you do that on purpose?
Well, I circled around it to get the right side of the base.
Sick burn! You got it. No, nice. Of course you did. He knows what he's doing. You've got hundreds of hours in this game, right?
Thousands.
How big is the Horizons DLC size?
For those that are joining us, the DLC size is about 360 meg, so it should come down pretty quick. And we're expecting the servers to go down about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for about 30 minutes. The DLC the update should automatically come over if you power cycle your Xbox. Try and run the game. It should say there's an update. And then hopefully by the time the servers come back on, those people that are fortunate enough to be at home in front of their Xboxes, their download should have completed. It's nowhere near. We realised that we wanted to make tomorrow's launch as smooth as possible for people. So a lot of the content
thousands of hours. Sorry.
A lot of the content was delivered last Thursday whilst the servers were down all day. It seemed to make sense to have the big download whilst nobody could play anyway.
Okay, so question. If your 16-year-old self is from Pixel Bandits, thank you for joining us, Pixel Bandits, by the way. If your 16-year-old self could see the graphics and the beast that ED would become, what do you think he'd say?
Oh dear, what would he say? He'd probably say what I say now, which is, this game is awesome, and I can't believe I'm privileged enough to be able to work on a game that I love, and I go home and play so much. I've been on holiday for the last week because it's been half term, and we've been having family days with the kids and stuff. And every opportunity that we've had at home, I've been playing Elite Dangerous, much to the annoyance of my wife, who tells me off.
Colin Ford asks, where can I buy the expansion?
So everything's available from the Xbox store. So in the same place that you bought Elite Dangerous, it's the same. You just go to the Xbox store, and if you search for Elite Dangerous or Elite Dangerous Horizons or Elite Dangerous Extra Edition, those kind of things.
So, Mr. Gamers is a question. I suppose, Aaron, you could answer this. Are engineers hard to travel to? So first of all, what would you have to have done, first of all, to get the invitation to turn up here?
So to know about an engineer, when you first enter the game, you get 5 starting engineers, and you have to gain their favour by completing crafting with them, and you can give them items and
so there's different ways to gain favour.
Yeah, there's various different ways to gain favour and reputation with them. Once you gain a certain level, they'll invite you to another engineer. And then generally you have to do like a unique type of thing to unlock that engineer's trust to be able to then sell you the crafting modifications.
Sure. And so right now you've done, I'm not sure what you've done for this guy, the Nemo 7 party base. Which is such a great name.
Granted. Proceed to landing pad 0.
It looks really cool as well, the engineer bases.
Yeah, they're sort of specifically built into the landscape, aren't they?
Yeah. I'll just fly around here quickly and just show a bit of the settlement off.
Looks really, really nice. Ricky F 2006 says multi-crew lifetime pass. Multi-crew is part of the life. Oh, I see. He's asking about the lifetime pass. Oh, we'll have more information on that at some point, I'm sure. We're not talking about that today, unfortunately.
No, but when you buy Horizons on the Xbox, you're buying everything to do with Season 2. So you will get multi-crew,
Can we go down
ship
nice
launched
and close to those
fighters,
drills, I think?
and I can't remember what the other thing was. Oh, look at that. Sorry.
We're stuck. There we go.
You go free. It's all right. Cool. So you land down, and then I suppose just talk us through and show us through some of the stuff that the engineers.
Yep. So I'm gonna head to my landing pad, which is over there.
More people are asking about more paint jobs. Yeah, I mean we're always looking to add more paint jobs. You know, if there's a demand for a particular paint job for a particular ship, then you know we would be crazy not to keep expanding the ones that are available for us. I don't have any dates as to when stuff like that's going to become available, but yeah, we've got people constantly churning out new paint jobs.
It is. I mean, it's quite a stressful thing doing.
Again.
That's a shame. Okay, well, let's just go back to our main camera.
Let's get to our lovely faces.
Back to our these guys.
There
Hello.
we go.
Hello. So it does appear that we're having some build problems, which is you know it's always going to happen on live. But I think you've got to see the game in action, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, that's not something that's going to have been happening in the live build, right, Aaron?
Nope.
No.
This is very specific to the build that you brought in for us today. Absolutely
Yeah,
nice. Nobody's problem. It's nobody's fault at all. These things happen on the live stream, right?
Yeah,
so,
we do get these issues on dev builds and stuff, but the reason we use dev builds rather than the real builds is because we want to try and show people the latest bits and pieces, and we have slightly more control over the scenario. Whereas if we're playing a retail build, then it's slightly trickier.
We don't need to explain ourselves anymore, Gary. So, Aaron, if you want to load up, I don't know, maybe we should just go jump straight into an ice ring and start show off some of the combat there if you want. Yeah, and that way we can just get some shooting and some stuff, and you won't have any transaction errors.
I hope not.
All right. Well, no, you've been great. Thank you so much. All right. So I've got some more questions. If you have more questions in the chat, do throw them in there, and then I will get thinking up the next giveaway code because we've got 2 more left to do, and I think we'll be running for the next sort of 15 or 20 minutes. So, Gary, do you want to answer some more questions?
Yeah. So somebody's already posted about the context menus. Yeah. The workaround is when we released last week's build. the context menus were off by default. We've changed that so they're on by default. But yeah, you're right. You can just go into the options screen and switch them on. So, that's what people. That was the workaround for that one.
Yeah.
Can we have an Ed Lewis bobblehead? I would love an Ed Lewis bobblehead. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want an Ed Lewis bobblehead?
Just take a GIF of this screen here just now, and then just put it on your screen. In front.
Yeah, you have to be careful. I've seen what people do with these videos on the internet.
Yeah, I have too.
There's some people with a lot of time on their hands.
Great. Thank you, says Dragomir. I think you answered one of his questions, perhaps. Can you drive an SRV around the engineer bases? Do you mean on the outside of the engineer's bases? That you absolutely can. Unfortunately, we might not be able to show it to you today. But I do want to tell you that if you head over to the YouTube, the front page of Frontier Development's YouTube channel, you can see on there that there's playlists, and we've gone into detail about all these different features that so you'll be able to see all the features here. We're just sort of giving you a quick overview of things today, and just going, "Way, it's coming out!" How exciting is it? It's coming out. How are you excited?
I'm excited. Yes.
Yeah. Good.
I'm so excited that
I just can't
even though I'm on holiday,
you came in.
I'm coming in.
He's technically on holiday.
I'm on holiday, and I'm on holiday tomorrow morning as well. But I'm going to come in.
You're going to come in anyway
for the launch because.
Good.
I want to make sure that it all works, and it's all going to be awesome.
Very good.
Elite controller support. There's a few people asking about that. So there isn't anything specific that we can do with the Elite controller support. It's the Elite controller itself just remaps the paddles to the existing face buttons. Microsoft currently haven't exposed any of the API or anything extra, so we can't remap those paddle buttons to anything more. It's all done at an OS level. It would be nice if we could, but at this moment in time we can't. And the same goes for the chat pad as well. We're not allowed to map things to the chat pad. We're only allowed to use it for text input.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Which again it's an interesting, I don't know whether the policy will change, but yeah, it's something at the moment we can just use it for text input. We can't use it as a USB keyboard like you can on the PC. You
know the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I love that film.
Can we say in the chat, everybody, Gary Richards' Day Off? And I want the apostrophe after the S, please, because it's Richards, not Richard. Gary Richards' Day Off. That's what everyone wants to say in the chat. And then I'm going to pick somebody at random who said that, and we're going to, of course, give away a copy of Elite Dangerous Horizons for Xbox One. Nice. Gary Richards' Day Off.
Yep. Life moves pretty fast.
Life does move pretty fast, yeah. I have no answers to that. Gary Richards' Day Off.
Look at that, wow.
Here it comes. Great stuff.
So is Xbox development more involved than it is for PC? I think it's similar. I mean, we have a team that builds the game, and then we have a dedicated team that sort out all of the Xbox specific bits and pieces, such as controllers and achievements and all the kind of back end things that we have to do on the Xbox that we don't necessarily do on the PC. But sorry.
That's all right. So,
but generally, the game itself is always pretty similar.
We join Aaron in Super Cruise, skirting around the edges beautifully of. Is that an ice ring?
This is an ice ring, yes.
Oh, lovely. Stuff.
One of the new additions in Season 2 is that you can mine from ice rings now.
So you're heading to a hazardous extraction site. That's brave.
I am indeed.
Alright, stop saying Gary Richards' Day Off. I'm going to pick somebody at random right now with a magical power of Control F. There we go, we found one. We have ourselves Palmore. P-A-L-L-M-O-R. P-A-L-L. Sorry, let me start again. P-A-L-L. What did I say it was again?
Yeah.
Palmore. Oh, yes, got it.
Palmore.
Yeah. P-A-L-L-M-O-R. Written it down. So make sure that you send us an email. Oh, no, sorry, PM to this very account that you're watching right now. And then I'll get your email address and make sure that you're sent a code either tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh, did you drop out too early?
Did.
Classic.
That's what happens when you get that close to the ring.
But I mean, the idea here, by the way, just to say, we've got one more code to give away as well, which we'll give away in about 10 minutes' time, just towards the end of the stream. One thing I wanted to say really quickly is that we actually did want to show off you using sort of engineers modules and things like that. But because of the build and stuff, that we've had a few hiccups. I think we're just going to sharpie the footbooks in these places and stuff, and do some combat and things like that. But the idea being, talk us through what you would have done. You would have gone to the engineers' base.
Right, so first off, we would have entered their hangar, because their hangars are absolutely lovely. And then,
promise.
And then, as normal, you would open basically starport services, and from there you can then begin your interaction with the engineer. And you're presented with a lovely, nice new user interface that looks lovely. And then basically they ask for a requirement. So I'll just flip to the right-hand panel quickly. And there is new materials and data
and you've got
materials.
loads of it, of course, which you gave yourself a hefty amount to make sure that we could use that.
So I'll just scroll through so you can see there's a wide range of data and new materials that we've added. And they basically ask for a selection of these that are relevant to them to produce the module that you, or the modification to the module which you want. And then, providing that that goes successful, you'll be presented with that module, and you can choose then to keep the modification or to reject it.
Okay, cool.
Right, so
and also, you can actually choose as well which modification that is in an update that's coming. You're going to be able to choose.
So that's an additional thing. That's what we refer to as a special effect. So sometimes engineers get really lucky and give you an amazing bonus to your weapon or your module. Now, this can be anything from healing lasers to mass locking missiles.
Sorry,
just two really cool examples.
Lewis Stead, and this is a good time to remind people that it comes out at 10 AM BST tomorrow morning. Gary, do you have any instructions on how to download it?
So the download itself will be about 360 meg. At 10 AM we'll take the servers offline. We expect the servers to be off for about 30 minutes. The update is handled via the OS, so you might need to power cycle your Xbox by holding the power button for 10 seconds or so until it turns off, and then I've been told that disconnecting the power block till the light goes out, plug the power plug it back in, and then switch your console on. If you try that a couple of times, the update will eventually come through. Given that it's a global release, it's a worldwide release, it goes live to everybody in the same regions. Because Microsoft pushed the button at 10 o'clock, it can take up to half an hour before the internet catches up and all the DNSs and everything are all populated. So if you don't get it immediately, there can be a slight delay there, but ultimately it will be available for download. The bulk of the code we delivered last week whilst the servers were off all day while we did our massive big update for 2.1. So hopefully we can have everybody up and running again by within sort of 30 minutes or so once the servers come back on.
So people may not have seen actually these fights in an iStorage ring. Achievement! Way! Round of applause!
Oh, is that Killer Instinct?
Yeah,
indeed.
That's the round of applause there. That was actually well thought, but this is something new that people won't have seen.
Right, yep, so
also the material that you've established too, which is great.
Indeed.
You might get transaction hour as you scan it, but let's hope not.
Yeah, I would hope not. So yeah, these materials dropped when I killed the ship. Now this is a new feature for the engineers. So these are some of the materials that the engineers request to do the modifications.
Okay, fantastic.
So we're going to scoop this up.
Yep, that's fine. That makes us sound surprised.
Yep, and Horizons itself, the DLC will be available from the Xbox store from 10 o'clock tomorrow. There's 3 bundles. Excuse me. There's 3 bundles that we're launching. So there's a standard Horizons bundle which will be $19.99 in UK and whatever that converts to in the other currencies. And then there's an extra bundle which comes with 1,500 Frontier points for $29.99. And then if people haven't bought Elite Dangerous at all, there's a Commander Pack bundle which comes with Elite Dangerous, Arena, Horizons and the Commander Pack, which has 18 paint jobs in it, and all of those are available from the Xbox store. So you'll need to purchase the DLC, one of those flavours of DLC, that will give you access to Horizons, and then the update comes down at 10 o'clock. So if you just grab the update at 10 o'clock, that will only give you access to the 1.6 stuff. You will need to go to the Xbox store and buy a license to run Horizons.
Can I just quickly jump in? Richard Barton, Aaron, and maybe you can help while you're doing some mining, says, could you do an explanation of the materials data we've collected more in depth, please?
Pardon?
Sorry, Richard Barton asks, could you do an explanation of the materials / data that we've already collected?
So the data that I've already collected, so there are many ways to collect the data. So some of it is manufactured, some of it is scanned. Mm-hmm. So for instance, the scan data, you could scan a navigation beacon or scan a shielded ship, for instance, and you get encoded shield data, for instance. Yeah. Killing a ship, you can get like salvage alloys and focus crystals and components that make up the modules that they have, and things like that. You can also mine many of the materials now. So for instance, all the materials in 2.0 that were for synthesis, they're all mineable from asteroids now. So Season 1 now has access to those synthesis options.
Very cool. I hope that answers your question. And so you would take these back, you would go, and the thing that we were trying to demo earlier, on the display as well. I'm actually really quickly going to go to a back screen again for just 1 second, but we will be back with you for more. In fact, I'm just going to mute the microphones really quickly, so you can carry on doing that.
So,
hello everybody, we're back again. We just wanted to, we were just having a quick team huddle. We're trying to make sure, we're trying to work out basically if we can get into a live build to show off all the stuff that we really wanted to show you today. But unfortunately, you might have to wait and see it for yourselves tomorrow morning on such a short notice. But yeah. Anyway, Gary, keep answering questions.
So there's lots of people asking about Hotas support. At the moment, we can only support controls that the Xbox supports. So if Microsoft bring a flight stick to the Xbox, or if a third party brings a flight stick to the Xbox which Microsoft officially support, then obviously we will look at supporting that. At the moment, I don't think there are any, but I would love to play the game on something like a Hotas, but we can only support official Microsoft Xbox One controllers. What else have we got?
Yeah, that was a brave choice. I saw you take on a wing of 3 people who are, dangerous and nonsense.
All Federation dropships as well.
You're welcome. So languages, there's been a few people asking about languages. We unfortunately had to delay the release of those because the amount of text that was just generated as part of the 2.1 update meant that we just couldn't get it done in time and through Microsoft approval that quickly. So we, rather than try and release something that was half finished, we've waited, and those languages will be coming towards the end of June, and that will include German, French, Russian, and Spanish as well. So the languages that are currently supported in the PC will be supported in the Xbox.
So Just trying to see if we can sort some more stuff out and get some more stuff shown up on screen there. Gary, you've been amazing. Thank you so much. We've got another...
we've got one more, haven't we?
We've got one more giveaway. We had one more giveaway scheduled, but I thought because of the technical difficulties we've been experiencing, I want to give you a nice experience here. So let's give away an extra one as well. I'm sure I won't get my my wrist slapped for that tomorrow morning. Well, if it does, it doesn't matter. Do it for you. All right. So should we have another phrase, please? Let's think of one. Have you got any other achievement names or anything like that? Achievement names will be good fun. And people can try and work out what the achievement is.
Yes, we could. Let's have a think. What have we got?
Two more giveaways. One now.
Okay, how about...
And then come back.
There we go. How about I believe I can touch the sky? That's an
achievement.
That's an achievement name.
It's just nonsense. All right, I believe I can touch the sky. Very good. I like, because Elite Dangerous has this sort of serious vibe about it, but Frontier Developments are actually they've got a real sense of humour. If you look at a lot of the back catalogue of Frontier games, they're these sort of very humorous experiences. And so I do like to see that fed back every now and again through Elite Dangerous. I think it does happen.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can figure out what that achievement will be.
Cool. So I think Aaron as well is actually loading up another engineer's base.
Yep.
Great. So we're going to do some more flybys and some more of the bases as well. So we'll try and show as much as we possibly can of the Xbox working around the planet's surfaces, because that really is, I suppose, one of the major big things about this. What's the feature about all of this that's going in? 2.1 and 2.0 stuff that's going in. So the engineers and planetary landings. What's your favourite thing? Stop saying that now, and I'll pick someone at random.
Oh, what's my favourite thing? I like the engineers.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the building a reputation with the engineer and making it feel so that when you pick an engineer that you like, and the more times you go back and the more missions that you do, the more it feels like you're building a relationship with that particular engineer, and that's just. It just brings life to the game, rather than
missions
just
with the people's faces and things like that. Really, all of that, adding those characters in there, really brings that life. It's such a simple thing to show faces that makes you go, "Wow, okay, cool."
Yeah, it's not just a list in on a mission board or a menu that you're clicking. You actually feel like there is somebody there that you're talking to.
Okay,
So
we're having some further build problems.
It's all right. It's live development, isn't it?
That's what happens in these live days. It was working earlier in testing, we assure you. All right, randomly chosen here. Let's go for Johnny Dawes. When I say let's go for, that was actually chosen randomly. Johnny Dawes is the winner there. So Johnny Dawes, you were chosen by the Control F of Destiny. Johnny Dawes, if you can, please, you believe you can touch the sky? It's an interesting thing to say, Johnny Dawes. We're not sure why you're saying that, but all right. So Johnny Dawes, if you could, JONNYDAWES, if you could send me or us a PM on this channel, so this very channel, do send us a PM, and I will send you a code shortly after the stream, or perhaps tomorrow morning. But I think I can do it shortly after the stream. So just make sure you send a PM right now. So Gary, is there anything more that you want to talk about?
So someone's got the achievement right, which is it's spending 15 seconds, 15 continuous seconds airborne in the SUV.
And the SRV.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing.
If you can do a nice jump off a canyon or something.
Aaron, is everything okay over there?
I hope so.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go to the vaccine screen just one moment to give us one moment. Thanks a lot.
cursor, didn't I?
It's all right. Hello, so we are back here again. We're going to answer some more questions and actually show us a bit more of the game footage. We were just rebooting some of the things over here on our end to get the game back up and running. All right, so Aaron, apparently you're ready to show us something else in the game.
Yes, so we're going to go down to Elvira Martuk's base now.
Oh, very nice. What's the differences between the engineers, and why would you go to different engineers' bases?
So
over
they specialise in different types of modules and different types of modifications. So Elvira might modify your frameshift drive to make you travel faster and further, whereas Sakurai and Nemo modifies your multi-cannons to do more damage or to have a knockback effect, for instance.
I mean, it's worth mentioning as well to everybody, like, as we're showing off some of these engineers' bases, and I think that's really awesome. But you guys are going to be doing this yourselves tomorrow from 10 a.m. BST. Yep. That's when it goes live. That's when you'll be able to start downloading. Is that's the right?
Yeah, the products go live on the Xbox Store at 10 a.m. BST, 9 a.m. UTC tomorrow morning. So you'll be able to purchase them from the Xbox Store in the same way that you would purchase any other piece of DLC, and then that's a small download. It's only a couple of meg, and then the update goes out at 10 o'clock. Servers will be offline for about 30 minutes, and then when the servers come back on, you should be presented with the Horizons menu screen, which I believe you and I accidentally leaked a couple of weeks ago when we showed a video when we were showing the private groups and the controls.
So that's another. Are these things that are already in with the 1.6 update, or
yes.
So the private groups and the the paint jobs came in a while back as well.
Yeah, so private groups and customizable controls came in last week, which is good. People have been customizing their controls and stuff. I customized my control. The first thing I did was to remove the landing gear from B and D down, because there are many space stations.
Aaron's nodding.
Yeah, there are many space stations where my ship
you've dented the side of it.
There's just a pile of scrap metal at the back end of a space station when I've come in to land, and my controllers.
So there's no modules needed to land on planets. Your ship will sort of come automatically built with the landing module.
I'm not 100% sure how that stuff works.
It's
all
true.
Unlocked magically in game.
Yeah, no, it really is. You've got a
planetary approach.
That's it.
Yeah, you get a planetary approach.
How we got you here today?
Yeah, and then you'll need to buy the.
So if you want to get your buggy, you need to buy an SRV buggy bay.
Yeah.
Buggy bay. It's not called the buggy bay.
Yeah.
It's a planetary vehicle handler.
Thank you for the official terms. That's what we need.
Oh yeah, we get told off for using
buggy. Oh yeah, you shouldn't use buggy. It's not a buggy. It's an SRV. It's a surface recon vehicle.
It is.
So there's all sorts going into this. This is an absolutely amazing update. Like, I cannot express how incredible this is for £19.99 or US or your currency's equivalent. Is the amount of stuff that you're getting, and then the amount of stuff that you're going to be getting for free in future that comes along with it as well. It's just astounding. But already the stuff that you can do with the planetary landings and the engineers together it's a really, really good time to jump in on it. And I'm so thrilled that the Xbox players are going to be able to have the same experiences the PC players are having now. I really genuinely am. I really do think it's brilliant.
Yep, and we will sync. The idea is that we'll sync the Xbox players to the PC, and then everything will stay in sync all the way through Season 2. So ship launch fighters, multi-crew will all come at the same time allowing for the fact that we don't own the Xbox platform, whereas we do own the PC platform. And with earlier in the year, I know that there was a big time gap between the updates, but with all the restructuring that we've done to allow us to bring Arena and Horizons, the updates for the Xbox and the PC, the idea is that they'll remain in sync. They'll be closer in sync during the course of the year.
Problems there.
Oh, look at that! The sun shining down there. How cool is that?
Let me just exit to the menu.
Let me tell you, there's absolutely. Oh, is there? Okay, great. Yeah, another build problems. That's no problem. So there's nothing quite like this game on anything else like on the Xbox One. There's nothing quite like it on the Xbox One. I think it's absolutely going to be amazing. Yeah, use your ship light, someone says. All right, great. So we've shown some planetary landings and stuff. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cover the engineer's flow, but we actually did cover that in a lot of detail. And as well, if you go to youtube.com/Frontier Developments, check out the playlists, you will see there's actually a tutorial there that runs through exactly how all of this stuff works. And guess what? It's going to look exactly the same on the Xbox One as it does on the PC's version.
Yep.
So any footage that you've seen of it so far working, then it's fine. We are. Yeah, great. We're right to go back to the game. Phew.
So somebody said, do GPP players get the Cobra Mark IV? So it's the Cobra Mark IV, as mentioned earlier, will be available for a limited period of time. I'm not quite sure how long. I'm vaguely remembering a couple of months, but I'm sure that a post will go out in the newsletter or something. So the Cobra Mark IV is coming to the Xbox, and it will be available for a limited amount of time.
So we do have lots of questions on the forums, and I'm really sorry that we didn't get through to many of them today. But there are lots in there. So what we're going to do is, I think if Gary does get a few minutes, even on his day off, at some point, maybe early next week, to look through and see if anything's not been covered by the actual launch itself. Do you know what I'm saying? Then maybe you'll.
Sorry, I was reading.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm just saying maybe you'll get a moment to actually look through and maybe answer. Jump in on the thread for a
yes,
little bit.
I can do that. Yeah,
Definitely that way you've got lots of what is happening? You're colliding with things.
There was a flaw.
So nice and close to one of the domes. The Bio domes. They're cool.
GVP skins.
But there's no one
GVP
he's definitely going to explode.
It's the thing about engineered bases, you can hardly see the floor.
And the gravity as well.
Yeah, it's very high gravity planet.
Oh, that is a hot tip for everybody playing the Xbox One. Be careful and check the planet's gravity before you land. Very, very serious. Look, it's got its own irrigation systems in there. I love the attention to detail. It's very cool.
It is very cool. It's not quite so cool when you're trying to get it to run at a decent frame rate, but the stuff that the guys do is just amazing. You're gonna die.
Oh, it's all right.
35.
Nobody blames you.
More pips to the shield.
It's difficult when. Can you pop the lights on as well? Would you be able to do that? When you've got us to a safe distance.
Autopilot for planetary landing. Planetary landing is fairly straightforward. The little radar that shows up turns blue when you're in a position where you can land, and the HUD changes to make sure that your orientation is correct and you're not landing, at 45 degrees to the ground or anything like that. It does take a little bit of getting used to, in the same way that taking off from a space station takes a little bit of getting used to. Planetary landing takes a little bit of getting used to as well.
Yeah, it's a very different experience.
But it is quite cool.
And at that moment where you can land and for the first time you sort of send your SLV on its way, which unfortunately we weren't able to cover.
Bongo Baggins has been a bit naughty with that comment. Don't read it out.
I'm not going to read that. Nobody look at Bongo Bangers as a comment. That's bad. Okay. Awesome. So, Aaron, I really want to say thank you very much for flying for us today and talking through a lot of this stuff. It's a shame that we couldn't get things right, but it doesn't matter. I think that people are going to be surprised and engaged tomorrow when they get their hands on it for themselves. Yeah, I really do hope that you guys love it as much as we do, because it is very cool, and I can't wait to see all the screenshots and videos from the Xbox One and on the Xbox One as well. So make sure you share your videos and screenshots on the Xbox One as well, because we do look through those and check those out all the time. All right, so let's come back to the main camera. In fact, while you're just flying around a little bit, we'll give one more giveaway, and that is. Aaron needs flying lessons. So everybody say, Aaron.
Look what happens
with a double A-R-O-N. That's kind of mean, but yeah, a double A-R-O-N. Aaron needs flying lessons. It's all meant in jest, of course. But Aaron needs flying lessons, and then we'll give away this final copy of Elite Dangerous Horizons for the Xbox One. So Aaron needs flying lessons. But yeah, thanks guys, and it does look awesome. Thanks Paul Archer. I really do think it looks cool, and I think that people will see how cool it looks tomorrow. I guarantee that we won't have to see the same errors we've seen tonight on the actual live build tomorrow. Alright, stop saying that now already. Whoa! You're pushing it to the limit. Now, to be fair, though, Aaron, you did take down that ship earlier with absolute ease, and you did really, really well there. And you played it properly. You took the lock off when you were chaffing. I saw you doing it. I saw you playing with Scott.
Yeah, no, I've seen Aaron replay.
Oh, I'm joking. Sorry. All right, Courtney Spence. Courtney Spence, you are the winner of Elite Dangerous Horizons on
Xbox One.
Xbox One. Thank you very much for finishing that sentence. I felt like I almost couldn't finish it. So thanks, Aaron, again. I'm going to take us back to the main screen. But yes, you've been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And everybody at home as well, thank you for joining us for this pre-launch party. Of course, we will be doing lots more Xbox One streams in future. So thanks for coming, thanks for joining us. And Gary, thank you for joining us. Again, we didn't get through all the questions that we wanted to because, hey, it's difficult to cover everything in 1 hour. But is there anything else that you want to quickly cover before we do say goodbye?
No, I think we're good. I would just remind everybody that Horizons will be on the Xbox Store for purchase tomorrow from 10 AM BST, 9 AM UTC. You buy that and that will unlock the Horizons content within the game. There'll be an update at 10 o'clock on the console as well, which will be 360 meg. Servers will be down for about 30 minutes, I believe. So everybody should be good to go 10:30, 11 o'clock BST tomorrow.
Awesome. So thank you very much, guys, and do look out as well for the newsletter tomorrow for more information about the other streams that we're going to be running in the future, because we do these regularly. And yeah, I'm really excited to see all the content and see you guys finally getting hands-on with Elite Dangerous Horizons content. So do go and do that and get ready and prepared and have an early night so you can get up or whatever, and or stay up all night if that's what you want to do. You just whatever you do with it, however you want to deal with it. All right, guys. Remember as well, if you have won anything tonight, so that is Owen Headley, Tom Zett, Neff Palmore, Johnny Dawes, Courtney Spence. Do send me a PM, and if you have already, then immediately straight after the stream you should receive a reply. So do go and check your inboxes in about 10 minutes time. I should have got through them all. So thank you again, you've been wonderful, and we will leave you, of course, with the wonderful Engineers trailer that we put out last week. So thanks a lot, and see you in a bit. Bye!
Cheers.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Will you come back and do that again?
Yeah,
Cheers,
I'll
mate.
come and crash into planets for you anytime.
Cheers, Aaron, and cheers, guys. Thank you so much. See you all very soon. Bye.
Here's what I know. These engineers, they make things work better. Faster drives, stronger shields, enhanced weapons, and a few specialist upgrades. Of course, you'll have to find them first, earn their trust, and they're gonna want something in return. Tech, resources, intelligence. You do all that. You bring them what they want. So when things get dangerous and you need an edge, an engineer, they